Right, so the wheels, weathering the wheels is probably the most easiest part of this whole job. All you got to do is basically Humbrol 29 brown, mix it all up, and then basically just paint them. Now I don't paint the actual axle, I basically just paint the face of the wagon, make sure you don't get not the face of the wagon, sorry, the face of the wheel, as you can see like this. Now remember not to put too much on your brush, and as you can see I'm not actually going on to the main bit which goes on the track. You can do if you want, but I don't do it because I've might go a bit bumpy and might not be too good with running. It might bounce around and fall off the track and stuff. But also, I just you never really see it when it's running on the track anyway. But the side of the wheel you do, because that's the main bit you see. Right, so yeah, basically you go around the whole front of the wheel. Right, just around here, as you can see around the outside. Then you also get a bit more paint on the brush, sorry. Oops, that's way too much. Right, yeah. And you also do the spokes of the wheels. And around the centre. Yeah, it does because it's on metal, it does the paint does like to move about a bit at first. Once it dries it's fine, but when it's a bit wet it likes to move about, so make sure that you've covered everything on it. Right, when you've done the front of the wheel, I also do the back of the wheel, which again is the simple just brush on it sort of thing. So yeah, I'll pause it there and I'll show you the finished result. Right, here's the completely weathered wheel sets. There's the other one. Now I did weather the axles in the end, as I got a bit of paint on them and I thought, oh, that looks pretty good, so yeah, I've improved my technique here. So yeah, the axles have been weathered. I've gone through around the back basically of them, not sure if you can see it in this light, and also around the front. The only thing, like I said, that I didn't weather it is the metal, there's the flange that basically goes on the track, you can see there. Now that obviously, like I said, running quality, but also if the wagon was quite commonly used, they would have been shiny anyway, like the track, because obviously it would have worn on the track and stuff. So yeah, it would have been quite shiny anyway. But obviously the outside, as you can see there, would be covered in dust. Now you can see they're basically just brown at the moment. They're quite a nice little brown. You obviously can't see it at the camera, like a weathered tone. Oops, I got stuck to my finger there. But you can improve them by adding a tiny bit of Humbrol 33 black. Obviously I won't do that in this shot because it's gonna I've just sealed up the pot. But yeah, basically Humbrol 33 black, and basically just go around the inside of the axle, basically just little dabs of it around the inside the where the axle goes into the center of the wheel. So that basically shows like oil leaks, where the oil from the axle box sort of thing would go. So yeah, as you can see, two nice little weathered sets of wheels there. Now basically these are going to go back on the wagon. I was going to powder the chassis at this point. Basically the metal bits, all the metal bits, because I've weathered the brown bit, but not that. But the powders I have are the wrong type of powder. So I'm going to have to wait until I go back round over #1 classic car fan's house and basically use his powders, because my powders are the wrong tone. They're basically like a fluorescent orange. I don't know why, but maybe when they were made, it was a different. Obviously, it was obviously a different batch, and obviously this batch that I bought wasn't very good. So rather than ruining the whole model by doing with a bodge job or some rubbish powders, I'm going to wait till I go around his house. So yeah, which should hopefully be right now. Right, that last clip was a bit of a failure. I said I was going to go around my friend's house and finish it off, but well, I decided not to waste time over there, sort of thing, obviously making this video. So he kindly said I could borrow all of his weathering, the powders and the matte varnish, which I forgot to mention in the first video, the items that you need, sort of thing. He let me borrow both of these items. So yeah, and as you can see here, this is my powder here, which I bought, precisely the same set of weathering powders. But as you can see, look at the difference in tone. this one is supposed to be that colour. As you can see, there's I'm not sure what happened at the plant wherever they make them, or the factory wherever it's been made, but obviously the tone is totally different. So yeah, this is the tone you're looking for, this sort of earth, dirt colour sort of thing. Right, now how I apply it sort of thing is a bit different. Me and my friend both do this, but basically powders you could attach like you dry brush them on, or you could do it the way that me and my friend do it. It may seem a bit crude, but you use glue. Now this is Scenic Cement by Woodland Scenics. As you can hear, it's quite a watery glue. Now if I just quickly unscrew the cap, I put a little drop in the cap. I'll try not to spill anywhere sort of thing, so I'll do this off camera. You've probably noticed I'm using a new camera. Well, not a new camera, a different camera, which means this video will take much longer to load because this bit is HD. Because I stupidly left my camera over my friend's while collecting the powders. So yeah. So anyway, right. What you need to do is you've got your glue in the cap basically, and then if I show you, you get a paintbrush. Obviously, you dip it in the glue, and basically you just go over where you want the powder to go, which in this case is all the axle boxes and all the braking gear and stuff, all the brakes and stuff. Just basically put a little bit of a coat all over it sort of thing. Right, when you've got a little coat over it, get the powder. Now while the brush is still wet, you obviously dry a little bit off on the bit of tissue or a bit of card you're doing it on. You dip it in and then give it a good shake, because you make sure you don't want too much on there sort of thing. And as the wagon is wet, the powder should stick to it. Now you may find that, sorry if you can't see this in this light, but it'll be evident in the final photos, that the powder might need a bit more glue, and because the glue is watery, you can just put it on top and it'll make it all run, and it will go around all the little cracks and crevices, which is really good. So if you put too much powder on, like say I'd put a tiny bit too much around the axle box sort of thing, just put a tiny dab of glue on. And the thing is, you don't need to use that much powder at all, because like I said, it washes all the way around. As you can see here, the axle box starts to turn a lovely rusty brown colour. But it's really, really nice sort of rust, because it's obviously being in liquid, it runs down sort of thing, which is what rust would do on the real thing, obviously running down with the rain and stuff. So yeah, it's very good effect. Obviously, oops, I'm doing off camera, aren't I? Stupid me. Yeah, just around there like that. You can see, hopefully you'll be able to see this light, I'm not sure. Go into focus, you silly thing. Nah, ain't gonna go focus, is it? But yeah, you can see that it's a lot darker than that end, which hasn't been done yet. But yeah, you just carry on going around here sort of thing. So yeah, apologies for this quite appalling clip. But yeah, now I'll continue powdering the whole chassis, because obviously this is going to take ages. This is probably one of the longest bits, apart from obviously doing the sponge effect on the body of the wagon, because obviously bits get rubbed off and stuff on here. So yeah, just keep basically constantly go over this, and I'll show you the finished result, hopefully with a bit more light on it so you can see what it looks like. So right, I'll quickly continue doing my work with the chassis then.